Hey, what's up, guys? Ranger Hyper Reviews. And I want to talk about Power Ranger Morphers. So, well, like, in general, of Power Ranger Morphers. So, why do they use Super Sentai ones like these? Well, first of all, for Super Mega Force, they probably use this version with the silver and not the gold one, because they likely use the Japan's toys for morphers, ones that could likely press buttons, except for ones that we have here that can't. And that's how they adapt the morphers from Super Sentai to Power Ranger lines. Since this is called the Mobilet, actually, yeah, that's backwards if you can see it, but you know, looking at this backwards, it would say Italibom. Kind of funny for a name. Though for the adapted name for this would be Legendary Morpher. So, Super Sentai is quite interesting. I have this one and the Joro Changer. Coming next week, I'm getting the Seiza Blaster from Q Ranger. That'll be my third Japanese changer. I might collect at least 5, since I have 2 of them. Though, another thing I want to talk about is, ever since a new season of Power Rangers gets adapted from Super Sentai, makes you wonder what the arsenal would be called. Morpher and so on. Though I know most of you are kind of upset that of Wu Soldier being called Dino, would have preferred being called Dino Knights instead of Dino Fury. Though, hear me out. The song they have for Dino Fury that came out, for the theme song, well, I don't think Dino Knights would be catchy. It has to be with a show's name, kind of like in Wild Force, Time Force, and so on. Recently, last night, I've been singing that theme song of Dino Fury with that name of Dino Knights. And it was kind of sketchy. And it didn't go well. I sang it to myself, so it wasn't catchy at all. So Dino Fury is a better choice of a name. Though, I know some of you guys would prefer any other Sentai to be adapted besides Wu Soldier as Dino Fury. Like those of you who would have wanted Zyuohger, Tokyuger, Q Ranger, Lupin Ranger vs. Pat Ranger, and the new one is is coming soon of Keikai Sentai Zenkaiger. So when that comes, and Kingdom Major is about to be over pretty soon. It's on episode 43. 2 more episodes until it's over. Then it's on to Zenkaiger. So, another part I want to talk about is other Sentai series in general. Back in the past, Bioman was going to be called as Bioman. That was going to be adapted once, and it never finished. Though they have the unaired pilot. I don't know where that is. But good news is, since we no longer gonna have Bioman being adapted, this is a new era of Super Sentai. Though it would be interesting to have the other Super Sentai mechs, since they're not getting adapted, like Bioman as the example. Why not adapt the mechs into toys? That would be interesting. Just have them make the toys. You won't have to have Bioman, Jetman, Flashman, and so on. You don't have to have those series as adapted ones. Why not just adapt the toys into toys? Would that be great? Now that would be awesome to have. Just the mechs. Nothing else. Though I mentioned this once to Chris Cantata. Shout out to him. Of what other Zords would Hasbro do since they did the Mighty Morphin. And I asked him, what other Zords would you prefer? And he told me Zeo. And I told him I would prefer either Wild Force or another series like Time Force. So, even if past series like Zyuohger, Kyuger, Q Ranger, Little Ranger vs. Bat Ranger, Kita Major, and the new ones in Kaiser coming soon, even if those get adapted or not, why not just adapt the Zords into toys? Wouldn't that be easy? And I think that would be fun. Although, even if Zyuohger or Q Ranger would come after Dino Fury or not, I might have an idea. Since they did well on the Beast Morpher toys, they were spot on of how the Zords from Ghostbusters split apart and all that, forming the Megazord and everything. Why not do the same for Jew Rogers mechs? Split them apart in pieces and combine them. Yeah. Kind of like a similar way to that. To form a Megazord or something. Kind of like another series. Dino Charge to any other series. And so on. Why not? Why not just do that instead of adapting other ones, since they're being skipped? Because thanks to Saban or something, well, it was kind of glad to see Ghostbusters being adapted, like going back from, let's see, it was a good idea to adapt Kyoryuger as Dino Charge before Ghostbusters. Then they skipped over Ghostbusters and went to Ninja Steel. For the adapted Ninja series. So, what I want to suggest is, if other Super Sentai series never gets adapted, just make the toys instead of adapting them. And if they adapt one more after Dino Fury, like either this one, J-Roger, or Q-Ranger, or Luba Ranger vs. Pat, and so on, if they do one more after that, then would have been great to have the Zords or something, or even the arsenal like the Morpher and everything. And just get this, every time they adapt a series, they don't use the Japanese voice like this one. That's the Japanese voice. And that's Japanese. I think what they do is they do the editing. Ugh, I hate doing that. I hate stuttering my words. Sorry, guys. Turn this off. They edit out the Japanese voice and bring in someone else's voice from our country, and we get someone else's voice. And that's how the morphers, what we call them nowadays, for toys in Power Rangers, into voiceovers, like someone having a choice for toys. Though if Q Ranger or J-Ranger gets adapted, Zyuohger, Q-Ranger, or any other series gets adapted, they would probably do something like this. If Zyuohger or Q-Ranger gets adapted, they would do something like this. Go for the morpher sound. Choose any of the 5 or 6. And we get lion. It's morphin' time. You get that voice, like a Tarzan yell of some sorts, and we get a lion roar, or an eagle screech, and so on. I'm sure every morpher in time will have its own phrase. Just like in Dino Charge, Ninja Steel, and any other series. Though, even if Zyuohger gets adapted or not, I'm sure it would be like, it's morphin' time. Lion. Then this part would be like, I think. Hold on. I think it would be like, for this part, where it gets changed to this, I think they keep it on this side instead of going like that, just like in the series. From here to there, I think they use this side and go all the way around from